Welcome to Module 1 of today's program. This module will introduce theories and rationales of organizational change. Before we jump into theories, let's take a minute to discuss what transformational change is. According to Kaiser and Eckel, 2002, transformational change alters the culture of the institution by changing select underlying assumptions of institutional behaviors, processes, and products, is deep and pervasive and affects the whole institution, is intentional and occurs over time. Change of this extent won't begin and end with this course. This will be an ongoing effort that everybody will need to participate in for transformational change to occur. To become a culture conducive to organizational change, it's important that you understand the initial steps that prompt and build support for that change. Those initial steps include finding factors that may have prompted the change, motivating support and rationale for the change effort, and evaluating opportunities and threats within your company. First, we'll look into some reasons that an organizational change may be undertaken. This includes the demand of your consumers or staff, a situation out of the norm that calls for action, or a manager who wants to set a new direction for the company. An aspect of prompting change in an organization is putting in the initial work to gain the support of others and build that rationale for change. This helps create the momentum necessary to commence action and ensures motivation throughout the process. However, it's difficult for people to engage in a change process that they don't find meaningful. The question to ask then is, how can you bring meaning to that change? You can create meaning by sense giving and sense making. Highlighted here are critical aspects in sense making and sense giving. First of all, make sure of the credibility of the sender. In gaining support, the person requesting a change action needs to have done their research. The audience won't follow someone that they don't believe has the qualifications to start that movement. Appeal to receiver values. That means knowing your audience. That will help you reach the individual and gain the rapport necessary to have their support. Lastly, give sanctions or rewards. Remind your supporters that you are grateful for their efforts. This will also help retain their motivations for future action. After you've recognized a force pushing for change and gathered supporters, take the time to brainstorm and analyze your situation. A method you can implement for analysis is known as SWOT. It stands for strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. This will help you see where your organization is currently. That ranges from positives, such as existing resources you may have, to the less desirable, such as existing problems you're facing. You can use this knowledge to help build ideas on overcoming weaknesses, while also recognizing and preparing for obstacles. As stated in the introduction, transformational change can alter culture by changing underlying assumptions. Let's go ahead and start our first activity. I want you to get in groups of 3. One group of 4, since there are 13 in the class, and list what behaviors you observe in our organization's daily operations. What processes would you like to see change? While discussing, I want you to consider how you can gain support for this change from other members of our organization. Also, what opportunities and threats may our organization face while pursuing these changes?